Purchase your track today.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here. Ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here, family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love them, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids. Tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry. I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live. Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
You're doing this to yourself, Vance. You're doing this to yourself, Vance.
You know why we're not afraid? What? He's great in Turb. Turb was destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Bring it out. Let's fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Whoa. Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that. Whoa. They stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords. Generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege, given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat, fashioned in the trap we escaped. Our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk. Let my people go, cause it's my battle cry.
Let's see. All right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Most High bless, Most High bless. Waiting on my dear brother Bar and Professor Lee Cummings. So let me say Most High bless the chat. Lima, Star, King Judah. Amen. Brother Tori, Natalie in the building. Bless y'all, man. Bless all of y'all. I truly love y'all. Mika, bless. All right. Most High bless all of y'all. Tracy, bless sis. All right. Jason, Maria, if I said it right. Most High bless. Hey, King Judah, brother, I see the videos you be doing, brother. Straight fire. I don't know if you sent Shasham that song I told you I like. I forgot the name of it. I know it was fire, man. So I'm sure you probably did. while I'm waiting on the brothers to come in, can y'all put the link in the room just in case people overshadow it so we won't lose it? Throw the link back in the room for me, please. I appreciate it. All right. So I hope y'all enjoyed a lot of the interviews I've been doing and putting it together. You know, it takes a lot of work, and I appreciate the brothers for coming on. I'm going to start having sisters come on, and I think y'all are going to like it. We have another sister come on. She just came on before a couple of days ago at the end of the show. Have her come back on. I'm gonna try to get my wife to come back on, right, or come on, right, and do something. You know, sometimes she's shy on camera, but not shy in person. You know, she's a straight businesswoman. She don't take no crap, so I know she's not that shy. But I don't know. I guess being around me, I don't know. She just gets shy around me, you know. But like my aunt used to say, you know, this is the day the Lord made. Let us be glad and rejoice in it. You know, and I say that because we're losing a lot of people, right? In Israel, right? Who know they Israel? Just our people, period, man. You know, losing a lot of people, and time is short. I don't know how long y'all been following F.O.P.E, but y'all remember when y'all first saw me, I didn't have no grades. You know what I mean? I was like, man, maybe I should just dye this stuff because everybody say I got a young face, but I like gray, you know. But we're moving, you know, and I thank the Most High for that. What I mean by moving is things are coming together. You know, maybe not how I saw it was going to come together, but things are coming together. But we will be going to Africa soon. You know, I'm coming back to Chicago. I'm gonna try to get to New York as quick as I can because I got to go up there and see El Lahab. Most High will we play a couple of these videos tomorrow. Probably late after this broadcast because I did promise my brother Matt Hebrew I was going to put up that video on that movie. A lot of people been telling me it's fire. The bar is going to be coming on doing a class. He said next month, so I guess next month, you know. I know you coming on here. If you hear me, hopefully you can do it before then. Shashan going to get back in the mix and do some classes, you know, including me, you know. But right now, I just see something different that I'm trying to do. Sorry if I sound kind of sober. I just feel relaxed, you know. Things are really moving good. You know, the world is sick, you know, but we're not. You know, I just tell everybody, man, just sit back and watch everything around you. Just watch everything around you. Somebody told me a while back, you know, when you walking or you're driving or whatever, you know, more so walking or just sit down having dinner outside, you know, don't always keep looking straight ahead, right? Sometimes you got to look up, right, and see what's going on around you. Hey, Flyer, I haven't forgot about you, sister. You know, I sent you that track so you can do that for me. And if you need some funds, in fact, you know what you do for me, Five Star Flyer, put your Cash App in the link for me. Hey y'all, can we try to raise $50 for Flyer Storm because it's a project that she's working on for me, and we need some help because the project she's working on for me, y'all gonna love it. You know, a lot of these songs that come on, you know, it's people that we know. They take
time and energy and finances to do this. And I greatly appreciate it. So if we can, sister, if you get to 50, please let us know. If not, let us know. But just send, if we can get the sister $50. What's $50, man? Y'all, we spend that on liquor, and you go to the movies, and after you go to the movies and buy some popcorn, some nacho cheese or whatever like that, man, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Don't go out to dinner. But yeah, the sister is S Flyer Storm. Okay, money sign, sorry, Flyer Storm. So y'all, please make her $ say ring a ding ding ding. All right. But so it's been a great week. I think the last video was absolutely fire. It's a lot going on, man. And sometimes you don't know because we on the outside looking in. And sometimes the outside will come and tell you what's going on in the inside. But when they do tell you that, man, it's all about peace and love, and you got to have a heart and courage to stand up, stand up, man. I said this to my wife earlier today. We went out. Okay, I finally listened to the track last night. You like it? Did you like it? If not, I'll send you another. It's kind of slow. I was trying to find something in your range, but I remember you telling me you do a lot of different things, but I like your poetry because it's deep. It's not the regular, right? Because I know you tell the story, but people have to understand what you're saying. And trust me, I'm on that frequency. I get it. I get it. But I was talking to my wife, and I want y'all to think about something what I'm about to say. Come on, Lee, in the bar. But I want y'all to think about something. Where I grew up at, I hardly ever saw anybody but black and white. Oh, you say you'll listen to it? Okay, sis. Black and white people. And I grew up in a place they called Chocolate City. And trust me, it was truly Chocolate City. Not just because we were all black. It's like 90% black. So it was called Chocolate City, but we own majority of the restaurants, gas stations, apartment buildings, homes, small businesses. Shalom, brother. And to see a lot of that disappear is sometimes heartbreaking, but not as much. But what I noticed, and I'm not trying to bore y'all guys, but a lot of us always complain about foreigners coming over to the States, and the scripture talk about how other people come and do better than you. But I think the reason why people do better than us, brothers and sisters, is because we're not listening to the scriptures. The scriptures tells us to be meek, humble, and give charity to your people, right? And charity works in all kind of ways. And here's one way that I saw. I said, damn, I noticed the Haitians, when they come over to America, they get pushed back. Now, we can say a lot about this country, but a lot of y'all living way better than a lot of people, even in Europe, Africa, South America, islands, Japan. Y'all living a lot better, and you know damn well you are. It's just the inflation and everything costs so much. And a lot of times we make mistakes because we overspend, including me. But I shop smart. Y'all see this right here? Y'all won't believe what I pay for. I like it. It might not fit that well, but I just like it. But trust me, I didn't pay hardly too much for it. A smart shop in everything I do. But this is what I noticed. I say, damn, a lot of foreigners come in here. But we're the black ones. And you know what it is, brothers and sisters? We don't sponsor them. We don't really help them. We talk a good ass game. We talk a good ass game. And I'm just tired of talking. So I've been making moves because when I was talking, I was doing stuff, but I was dependent on a lot of other brothers to build with me. And I know I'm not trying to blame, right? But it's a lot of greed going on, man. And we're not really helping our people, you know. So I made a decision. I'm poor as hell. And what I mean by that is I can't just freelance like a lot of people can. Just go out here and just start, right? I have to shop smart, right? So if I buy something, I bargain shop. My wife and I'm gonna tell y'all where we went. And I hope she don't get mad with me, but I'm gonna show y'all, right? I'm gonna show y'all something. Went and bought a purse. I'm not gonna tell you what we paid for it, but it wasn't much. And baby, if you hear me, you can call me and tell me don't do it. But I'm gonna do it because our people need to hear this, man. We went to, I forgot this, it's something like a thrift store. And you can get good bargains in there, right? I'm gonna show y'all what I bought. Give me a sec. Yeah. My wife never get upset, but I'm gonna tell you, we bargain shop, man. Y'all see this right here? To me, this is it's leather. Real leather here, right? Big bag, right? All this stuff, right? And you have to know where to go. Now, you know, you go places, they have green tag and all this type of stuff. Now, today, the green tag was 75% off, right? This thing is damn near brand new. It was $24, but we got 75% off the $24. Now, watch this, brothers and sisters. This is a real, it's not fake. This is a real, what they call this? Coach bag, right? A real Coach bag. So it was $34, right? But we got 75% off the $34. A little Coach bag for my wife, right? So it's bargain shopping, man, and know where to go. Go to neighborhoods where they had this shit at. Google it, and you will find these type of things, man. But I made a decision, and I made it on my own. And I used to let a lot of people stay with me, and I stopped it because only a few we go hard? No doubt. Put your cash app back in the room again for the new people that came on. Can y'all please send Flyer Storm? I'm trying to raise $50 for her. It's just $50. Please, if you have it. If you have it. You know, send $1, $2, she get 50, and if she get it, she'll let us know. You know, if you get anything, let us know what you got. Right? So I made a decision, right, that I'm going to help somebody. I'm going to help a brother, and I'm going to help a sister get here, right? Whatever skill set they have, to help them get employed. We got to help our brothers and sisters. We walk past the homeless all the time. People ask for money. And I'm going to tell y'all something, man. All of us sin, but we got to stop helping the wicked. Them brothers out there standing on the corner talking about, hey, can I get $2? I'm going to tell you the truth. I just want to drink. Stop that shit. Because a lot of us drink to try to heal pain, and it helps sometimes. You know, even I would do it. You know what I mean? And we just got to stop. Buy them some food. Right? Try to get them to a place where they can get some help. Now I'm going to tell y'all something very And I know he wouldn't mind because he's going to tell his story. And this is my oldest son. Y'all remember, it's a video. He was like, not my youngest son, he was little, but my oldest son, I guess he probably was like 20, maybe 19, right? Handsome young man. He's 31 or 32 now. And even in this truth, everybody can fall short. And my oldest son, he got hooked on drugs. Okay? And it's been a hell of a battle for me, my wife, and his brothers and sisters, and some of you that know. But he's in rehab. And we talk. And he's a straight up, I mean, he started doing shit he shouldn't do. And I guess sometimes you do your own product or whatever, shit happens, you know. But he's in rehab, getting himself together. But I guess that's karma, you know. And I told him, you cannot come around me, see me, or anything until you work on yourself. Get your shit together or die out there. I didn't want to see him die out there. But he knew I was serious, so he went to get some help. So I just thank the Father for that right now. All praise to the Abba Yahweh Ha Mashayach Yahawashi. I thank him for that, right? We got to help people, man. I used to let people stay with me all the time, and I stopped. And I stopped for a reason, but I didn't vet people. But this brother and sister, I vetted for some time. And I told my wife this because about a week ago, I'm trying to find interviews on my Facebook, talking to people, and I saw a picture of the brother. And I said, oh man, let me see what's up with him. Because he's supposed to, he was like, Elder, I got to come to DC. He said, Elder, I got to come to DC, right? I said, what's wrong? He said, man, I just can't make it down here. He lived in Atlanta. And he was having problems. He was in the military. And it was messing with his head. He was saying about how he remember the bombs dropping and shit. How it was messing with his head. And he turned to, not drugs, but drinking heavily. Going out, fighting. And he's like, man, I know I'd be safe if I come there with you. And I was like, well, bro, there's nothing I could do. I don't really have no money like that. You know, I can't keep letting people live with me. I said, but you know what? If you can get up here, I'm going to do the best I possibly can. You know, they got programs up here and all that. He even told me he's contemplating committing suicide. And I said, no, brother, you can't do that. You know, he was talking. So he told me at a court date. I said, okay, this was in 2019, just before the COVID. And he said, I could probably end up doing 4 to 5 years. I'm like, man, you're going to be all right. You know, you ain't going to do no time, no jail. You'll be all right. I said, but you got to pray, you know. And he said, man, I don't know. I just don't know if I can do it. I don't know. So I ran across this page last week. I just forgot about it. And when I saw him, I said, oh, Emma. And I went to his page, and I was like, damn, last time he posted something was in 2019. So I strolled down, and I saw all this RIP. RIP. Like, what is this? The brother is transition. That hurt me, man. And if y'all think I know y'all don't think I'm lying, but I just can't, man. I can't help everybody. But are we supposed to be Christ-like? Why we keep complaining to the man and we can help ourselves. We got to start trusting somebody. If you don't trust nobody, do something. Because we winning knowing who we are. But overall, as a people, we're losing. Blessings, sis. I saw a Amazon commercial. My youngest son, friend, he went to work for Amazon. And they fired him because he had COVID. And I said, bro, you need to go sue the hell out of them people. That's what he told me. I don't know if it's true or not. So put a disclaimer up there. But that's what he told me. And he said, Qanath, right? Or Mr. whatever my last name is. He said, you're not going to believe this. He said, you're right about a lot of stuff you're saying. I said, what is it? He said, good, $30 so far. Need $20 more. Great. He said, you was correct about people coming over here getting jobs, but it's not our people. I said, what are you talking about? He said, it's them other people. I said, well, you know, everybody need help. He said, nah, man, it's 80,000 people that work there. And 85% or 90% is not us. And it's not the white man either. I said, what? He said, I go in there, everybody speaks another language, and a lot of them don't even speak what I speak. English. I said, what? He said, and everybody's making $17 and $20 and up, from regular Joe, manager, supervisor, all of it. I said, damn, bro. I said, I've been telling y'all. And my wife said, baby, you got to look at this commercial. I said, what? It came on again. It was an Amazon commercial. The whole damn Amazon commercial was no black people in it, no white people in it, no Arabs, no Asians. There was some other people in it. And they were speaking English and another language. I was like, wow, that's good. But that seemed like discrimination. Because whoever's doing the hiring is only hiring their people. And I say more power to you. You should do that. But that should let these One West cats know what time it is. Because I know y'all go past the construction sites and see who's working. I know y'all see who got all the porter jobs all over America. Who's working in the hotels all over America. Who's doing building the roads again, or doing repairs on the roads all over America. I know y'all see that shit. But the people that look like you and I, or even darker, that's in South America, right? You niggas won't help them. But you will march, you'll cry, you'll whine, you'll talk about the other people, right? So I refuse to keep talking about other people because I love them too, because some of my family, right, and friend. But I refuse to just keep talking about it and don't do something about it. So I'm going to sponsor somebody, right? And I'm going to tell y'all who it is. It's the sister y'all see right there. Right there. I'm going to get her to America. And I'm going to need y'all help. I'm going to get her to America. And if the brother come on here, I'm going to get him to America, right? Oh, why you want to come to America? Ain't shit here. They killing us. Yeah, they are. They're doing it everywhere. We got to start somewhere. Right? And I look at my daughter, 21 years old, 22. Ooh, she's going to kick my butt. Entrepreneur to the highest, man, doing her thing. My youngest son, 21, just turned 21, got himself a job, got his own place, doing this thing. But I told them, it's good to have your own crib, but you got to stick together. get a crib together. Then let's all buy a home together. I'm just so sick and tired of separation. Let me go ahead and call these brothers up again because I'm not going to hold y'all because I will cancel this show. You know, I want my sister to give her other $20. And if y'all want to give a little more, y'all can. You know, and unfortunately, my sister Heidi don't even have a cash app because I don't even think they could do that some places down there. You know, but we will support you also, my dear sister. She got it because I can't see it. My comment section is not really okay. Good, but thank you, Star, for putting it back up there again. So we can give her a little more than that. That's great, you know. But where's my phone? Hey Shan, I set my phone down. If you could call the bar, right, or Lee, because Lee was excited about doing this class. He called me. Let me see. Can I get my phone? I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna do a few more announcements. Okay. If anybody want to come in, comment on in here before Lee come on, put the link in the room. Y'all can come on and holler at me for a little bit. Anybody? Right. I got this brother right here. He be on Thursday. Y'all remember this brother right here, right? From South Africa. He be on Thursday, right? And we going to South Africa to see my brother and a few other brothers in South Africa. We going to see them. Most High will very, 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 very soon. You know what I mean? Oh, you need the link? Shan, put the link in the room. If y'all stroll up, the link is all the way up. If y'all stroll up. Okay. So we got a few people coming on here. We got the brother here coming on. Give me a second. I'll show y'all something. He be on. He was the last video that y'all saw, but he be on. I don't even know the date. Got so many people coming on. Let me see the date he be on. He be on. Here we go. He be on September 30th. Right? September 30th. All right. I see you, Tashaka. He just done the last video I saw. And man, we gonna talk about some stuff. We doing some things, right? And my brother Amarian, we did some stuff. It's a lot of stuff we got to do, man. And we gonna do. There you go. Most High bless. Most High bless. Hey, you still got that beard, I see.
Hey, I'm not cutting it off. I'm not.
Tougher match. You might lose it this time.
Then I'm not gonna bet. I'm gonna bet my hair next time. I'm gonna bet my hair. I'm gonna bet my hair next time.
No, Neff, hey, look, Neff, hey, somebody may be ready for Neff. I doubt it, but that's good. What's going on?
No, ain't nobody ready for it. Ain't nobody ready for it. I'm telling you, decorum and scholarship go hand in hand sometimes.
That's right.
That's a beautiful thing. Now, what you got going on here, brother? I just came in. I was at the plantation all day, and I see you going on. What you got going on over here?
Hey, I'm waiting for Lee to come in the room. I'm going to call him up right now. He's supposed to be doing a class.
Oh, you doing a class? Okay.
Yeah, okay, good. You know what? Hold on. Brothers and sisters, my sister just put up something. And I don't know if she want me to tell her I'm not going to tell her location, but she's you got cut off again. She's in South America. So this is her you consider her Western Union, right? For me, this MoneyGram or Western Union transfer bank to transfer my Cash App links to an American credit card number is expired, so no cash. Okay, all right. We'll work on that. Right? I will. You know what I'm gonna do? And I've never done this before. I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe for you. It knock you out? Yeah. Come back in. I'm gonna set up a GoFundMe for you, sister. All right. Let me call Lee again because I've been on now for 40 minutes, almost an hour. So we might have to. In fact, I'm gonna just tell Lee, y'all. I know y'all probably want to hear Lee Cummings, but might have to reschedule this because I know Lee gonna go in. May have to do this tomorrow because I've been on a whole hour. In fact, I'm not gonna call. So they pop in the room. It is what it is. But so let's do this right here. I'm gonna put this up here for the sister. Here we go. We'll put this up here for the Firestorm Sister. Fly, you got yours up here. So what I'm gonna do, if anybody need any help, right, you can reach out to me on my email and tell me your situation. Don't bullshit me. Oh, I'm sorry. Can't use that lane. Don't bull crap me, right? And I'll put your Cash App up here, and we'll try to help you, right? We'll try to help you, you know. And I'm not talking about this because you spent too much on the liquor last night or you bought too much weed, so you got to pay your bills. We're not talking about that type of help. We ain't talking about. We talking about when you really need help. You know what I mean? And I know my sister Flyer need help, and I know my sister Hattie need help. You know, and in fact, I'm gonna say it, man. Hattie lives in South America. She's an Israelite. You know, she was practicing Islam at one time, but she's an Israelite. She's a strong sister, right? She prays hard. She's modest. If you look, she don't even have nothing on her nails, anything, man. She's just a great sister. And I don't want to see if they happen to the sister, man. You know, I'm waiting for the brother. If he come on, I want to talk about him too. You don't do Cash App? Grateful One? Okay. If you don't do it, why mention it? No, I'm just messing with you. If you could send, next time we'll have someone you can donate. Grateful One. All right. But yeah, so we need to start helping our people in South America because we know daggone sure that this country helps everybody but us. Right? While we got people out, it was in fact, let me see. I'm gonna show you something my wife sent me, man. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna show you something my wife sent me. It's sickening. It's sickening, man. And she sent it to me on Instagram, and my Instagram be acting up. Let me see here. Here we go. DeBar, you in the house? Holler at me. Talk to the people I find it.
Shalom, Elder Most High bless. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Shout out to the F.O.P.E family, Midwest Judah, brother Tori, Star, Lima, Tashakya. We got the righteous sister in the building. All praises. Grateful One, Flyer Storm. Everybody, none but love and respect, and just glad to just glad to get off the plantation. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
yes,
no doubt.
Sir.
Well, you know what? Y'all can inbox her, and she can show you how to donate and help her. Right? I'm not going to tell you about living conditions and all that, but my sister needs some help. All right, talking about Heidi, she needs some help. All right. So please, brothers and sisters, help her. And I'm not talking about you perverts, right? Trying to, you know what you niggas try to do. We're not talking about that. All right. So I'm going to show y'all something if I can find it. Please let it come in. If not, if I can't show you, then let me see. Then I'm going to talk about it. My wife sent this to me. I think I'm going to talk about it. So, hey, DeBar, don't let me forget this part too. I want to discuss about a rapper. That's all you gotta do is say, remember the rapper.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The first part, this lady came on Instagram. She said, you know what? You got people in California. The California is full of doo-doo on the streets. Right? Skid Row. Right? Homeless people, white, black, red, green, and brown, but mostly black. Right? Also in Baltimore, right? You see some structures in America and roads messed up. Right? People homeless. A lot of people in the country doing bad. Correct? Bad schools. Some people can't get books or computers. All this. But Ukraine got your tax dollars. Millions. But you can't even get food stamps. but they get millions of your tax dollars. Millions. Then they send 40 billion. Listen to me. 40 billion or more to another people who they say they us. All right. Everybody gets money but us. Everybody gets reparations but us. But we keep sitting around asking, it won't do for self. But I'm reaching out to the right people, you guys, and we're going to do something. Now,
that's right.
Damn right. Now, here's the other part. Turn your radio off, man. Because a lot of the music y'all hear, y'all don't even understand the language that's being spoken. Everybody know that woman. She was big up for Trump, black woman. I forgot her name, young girl. Everybody tell me they don't like Candace something.
Owens.
I don't care for her either, but she says something. And I done heard this song before, and I was like, I never knew what the hell they were saying. And the rapper is twerking in front of an abortion clinic.
Damn.
And she's saying, she's spelling aboard. Right? Spell that, Bar.
Abortion. ABORTION.
She's spelling that in the song, and it's all on the radio. And she's twerking in front of an abortion clinic and talking about they won't get me. And she's talking about killing children. It's all on the radio. It's a video. I hear people in the street singing it, and I never knew what she was saying. And I was like, oh my goodness. It's so easy. These MFers making music, telling our women to destroy what's in their womb. Then they telling our women to tie, burn, and clip their fallopian tubes.
Mm-hmm.
And then they telling the men to get a vasectomy. It's not a vasectomy. What they call it? Is it called a vasectomy?
Yeah, you got that. You got that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? And I'm like, and then they want us to race mix like that Bible, Yahawashi. Right? Right? We are being destroyed on so many levels with the alphabet soup people. Right? We can't multiply that way.
That's right.
You want to say something about that? Because I'm still waiting on Lee. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, you in the spirit, Elder. And by the way, man, I gotta give you a big shout out, man. I like that garment you got over there, brother. You fly, man. You probably ain't even hitting the floor.
Nah. No, I'm flying around, bro.
But no, I want to talk about something because what you said was heavy. And yes, there is a concerted effort to destroy the black family and really just the family unit in general, but particularly us. Also, let's not forget what Cynthia G said. She said, black women, it's better you either date interracially, or if you get pregnant by a black man, it's better that you abort that child, especially if it's a boy, a black boy. So,
damn, who said that?
Cynthia G. And we're gonna do a whole thing on that, because that right there, I'm gonna be honest with you, that hurt. That hurt my feelings in particular, because I'm a black man, you know, and I was a black boy at one time, and I was born into a single parent household with just my mom. So if my mom would have thought about her or took her type of advice, I would have never been on this planet. And now if you just look at my life, I'm a brother out here that's killing it, you know, approaching 7 figures, but we'll leave it at that. You know, so I just feel that was the culture weaponized against us. And sisters, you know, be very careful, man. You know, the media spends billions of dollars weaponizing the culture to control your mind. They do so many things to destroy you. And now what they're trying to do is create a gender war between black women and black men. So what the elders bringing out is heavy, man, because we got to really come together more now than ever. We really got to love each other, black man and black woman. We got to love each other. We all we got, because they trying to exterminate us, and it ain't a game. But go ahead, elder.
Hey, I want you to speak on something, right? And you talk about a lot. Some people don't like to hear you talk about it. You know, multiple wives, a village. You know, like the brother was on yesterday or day before yesterday out of Israel. I forgot his name that fast. The young brother out of Israel, and he was talking about things we need to do. And we had some people in the comments section say, "Oh no, they were just all against it," and we know who that is. But can you speak on that? Because I know you're going to do something on that.
Yeah. You know, right now I'm still in the lab, and you know, in the library lab, as I like to call it, and doing a lot of research. But what I would like to educate the people on, right? We got to take the scare tactics, and we got to learn about ourselves, right? Brothers are bringing out some wonderful statistics, but 80% of relationships end in divorce, right? Under this monogamy complex. 90% if it's from an educated woman. So then you go back and you try to figure out, okay, what's happening? Why is it happening? We went from, you know, the plantation into these corporate jobs. We really didn't understand marriage. We really didn't understand relationships. So then you go all the way back and you research who came up with monogamy. Well, that was the Greeks. Very interesting. And I'm reading this book from a black doctor. Her name is Dr. Patricia Dixon. You can look her up. All right. So don't take my word for it, but look her up. So she talks about the origins of monogamy. Okay. And the origins it was Greeks. Now, what the Greeks did in their implementation of monogamy was they had one legal wife, but that legal wife or that man had access to a concubine. So it wasn't the marital situation, if you will, or the way that relationship ended up was one legal wife, one concubine or mistress, and an occasional prostitution. Okay, so this Greek man, which we know as Esau, this Greek man would have a prostitute, have a concubine, and also have a wife. So by virtue of that type of situation, it does not qualify for monogamy, but that's what they sell to us. Okay, and when you go back to history, most societies, I think they said about 95% of societies, they were non-monogamous. But this topic is a topic that we cringe on, specifically our sisters, because the Hollywood machine, along with the propaganda machine and many other machines, they have sold to our women this idea that men have only been with one woman, and that's just not historically accurate. So we don't want to trigger our sisters, but we do want to provide some education so that we can at least come to the table with a more balanced conversation, a conversation that's more in line with our history. There he is. We got the champ in the building.
Uh-oh. Is Muhammad Ali on here? Where is he?
I'm ready to get on Lee. This man is a whole 53 minutes late. Hold on. I want him to see me.
Am I really? I thought it was 6 o'clock my time, bro.
It's all good. It's messing with you. It's all good. Go ahead, DeBar, finish what you were saying. That we're gonna
So when we understand the origin of the Greco-Roman ideology as it relates to marriage, historically, the Greeks and the Romans, when they talk about monogamy, it does not mean only one woman. It just means one legal woman. All right. So now you fast forward today, and I'm gonna quote Shahrazad Ali. She did research. She did research on the diaspora and then our people, and also in Africa, who are of our same descent and bloodline. And what she says in her book, She says there's no society of black men, whether it be before slavery, during slavery, or after slavery, where black men have only had one woman. So you have to understand, people, our history is a non-monogamous history in the sense of the definition of meaning only one woman at a time or for a lifetime. We don't have that. But the problem is that when we begin to discuss these things, it's a trigger for our sisters because they've been educated or miseducated to believe something different. So what I would like to do, and I thank Elder Qanath for this opportunity, is I would like to do a presentation where we at least walk through it and we give you the books, we give you the history, and then you can consider that information and decide for yourself. But at least we're not ending up like we always have been, in the dark, or getting our information from our oppressors, or getting our information from Hollywood. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and close out. But Elder, I'm gonna give it back to you.
No doubt. Before I because I want to land me back on that just for a second. Lee, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to put in the comment section your Cash App so I can put it up on the screen. Okay, because I really appreciate the things that you do. So most high will, somebody will donate $5, $10, whatever. But so let me play devil's advocate, because I know brothers and I don't know brothers. Some of them in this just because they want some behind. I'm gonna keep it 100. Okay, that's all they want. They want a bunch of women because they lust, right? They into this because that's what they want. And then you have some men that's sincere, right? And then let's keep it a book. Let's go. I'm gonna flip the strip on this. Some women, in this, to try to get some of the top guys in Israel, right? And I get it to a certain degree, because who don't want an alpha male? Who don't want a strong man, right? That would run in front of tractor trailer to save her, right? If she's righteous. Because your ass wicked, you ain't got to worry about me jumping in front of no tractor trailer. Shit, I might tell a man to step on the gas. You know what I mean? Like, damn, you can't drive, you ain't see it, you missed. No, I'm just kidding, sister. You know, but some of the women, and you know, I don't care if people don't watch no more. I don't care. But I can tell you personally that I've had women come at me, right? Not I think just because they want this to, you know, but and my wife would tell you that. Okay, if she was on here, she'd tell you that. And I would say no, and Shane would tell you that. You know, but we just gotta think about helping each other, man. And some of the men, y'all gotta do better. Who in the hell want y'all? Y'all gotta do better. And some of the women, y'all gotta do better. And a lot of it is because what they fed us in this country, man. They told us to hate one another, separate, but everybody's sticking together. We watching it and like, oh, they doing wrong. They make songs. What have you done for me lately? Bugaboo. I don't want no scrub on the passenger side. Ain't nobody else making songs like that but our people. Right? Drop it like it's hot. You know, one of my favorite artists, I told my wife today, was Genuine, right? From Washington, D.C. If you horny, let's do it. Ride my pony. You know what I mean? Oh, even one of the favorite songs I like coming as a young man, very romantic. When I get that feeling, I want sexual healing, sexual healing. Oh, baby. Like, we oversexed. Of course, we like sex like everybody else. You know, now we know nobody does it better than we do, you know, but it is what it is. But with that, let me see something here. You know what, sister? You say you have to, let me read this, but you have to be able to support each woman having their own homes, not sharing the same home, etc. Let me speak on that real quick. Hey, Lee, you mind if I give 5 minutes? I need to do this. Give me 5 minutes. I want to speak on what that sister just said about a man should be able to give a woman her own home, and etc. I agree to a certain degree. But when we read the scripture says a woman's supposed to be a man, what, the bar? help me.
Say that again. You'd be willing to.
What's supposed to be a man, help me. Now I'm trying to figure out. Now I'm not saying if we're a family, right? If a man got more than one wife, so a man got to pay for another house and another house because he desired to have 2 women. A woman desired to have him, and she got a sister wife. So he's supposed to buy food here, buy food there. 2 electric bill here, electric bill there, gas bill here, water bill, mortgage, insurance, 2 different places. Now, is he a homegrown slave servant? Who is he serving now? The Most High, or is he serving his women? That's all I'm saying. Because when I read the script, I don't remember seeing all these different houses. That's all I'm saying. So what's wrong with a room if you love them? My sister that I'm talking to, Heidi, right? And Flyer and a few other people, they don't have a lot. They don't require much. You know what I mean? I know good brothers. One of my good brothers, we don't really talk much anymore, was a brother named Shaka War. That brother worked his ass off, man. I just had to give him shoes. You know what I mean? And he didn't want anything. So I ain't gonna be no servant to nobody. My wife or my children, I do the best I can for them. They don't serve me, I don't serve them. Now, if you want to use that word serve, only person I serve is the Most High. I help, I be a father, and I be a husband, and I could be a friend. But that separate house stuff, that could work. But if you ain't got the money, I don't see the Mormons doing that, right? There's a lot of stuff I don't see, but it is what it is. I understand though, sis. I get what you're saying.
Can I touch on that?
Touch on it, we're gonna let Lee start.
Absolutely. So I'll be fast. So just like the elder said, like, if that's something that y'all want to do, cool.
Go ahead. I hear you. I'm laughing at the sis, Al Green and Frankie Beverly.
So if that's something y'all want to do, cool. But we got to look at it from a Torah perspective, and also if we look at it from a monetary perspective, those separate houses, we're making everybody else rich. Why not pour into one house, right? And have different floors. Like when we go back to our brothers and sisters in the motherland, many of them will get a big giant compound, and the whole family will live on that one compound in that one building. Now, if there's a situation where some of the women are not getting along, then they may get a separate space, living quarters, but it's still on the same compound. But I digress. We'll get off of this one, and I'll go ahead and pass it back to you, Elder.
No doubt. Let's give it up to the I ain't gonna say the champion, but I would say the world champion, right? And
there you go.
Shit, man. This guy right here, man.
God be the glory.
Hey, look, this brother,
man.
Brother's a real scholar. Let me give you praise, bro. Give you flowers right now, brother.
Oh, man. Let's give it up to Yahweh, man.
No, you gotta let me go. This brother is a real brother. This brother calls me, right? Even when I don't answer because he know I'm busy, but he's busy too. Because sometimes I call, he don't answer, But he's a real brother, right? And this man reads, he studies, right? And I'm gonna tell you what I like most about him. He's true, and he ain't no punk.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He ain't no punk. He gonna tell you like a TI is, man, and he can accept constructive criticism too. So I appreciate that, man. And the brother got many books. He don't ask for much himself. I asked him to put his cash app in. He ain't done it yet, so I guess it don't matter.
I don't have one.
Oh, you don't? What you got?
No, I don't have a cash app.
Okay. Okay.
That's God's truth.
I believe you.
Yeah, I'm not, we'll talk about it.
Right. Okay, let's get it, Lee. What you gonna talk about today?
Listen, guys, that was a great introduction, but I can't take. I'm gonna have to I have to sidestep that praise because the Lord could put the fix in where you could you could wake up one day and have amnesia, and everything you ever read and studied, you forgot it. So we have to be and I respect. I know you're just being nice, but going forward, I hope I ask that you don't give me them kind of introductions. Those are lightning bolt into what Lord kill you. You know what I'm saying?
Hey Lee, you got a PayPal? You got PayPal, Lee?
No, I don't have a pal. No. Hold on. All right, now listen. Let's get to it. But I don't have PayPal, none of that. Because I was like, man, if you have all these little payment instruments, you ain't gonna never have no money. You know what I mean? So I just never got those things. But we'll talk about it. Now listen. Today we're gonna do a lesson called "An Address to the Nations" because the Gentiles seem to think that the God of Israel done went silent. Like he's like all these other pagan gods. But everything that's going on in the world today, the question is, did the Most High drop a word inside the scriptures? And we don't even have to deal with the testimony of the New Testament, but we will. But most of this lesson is going to be from Genesis to Malachi. We're going to show you that he put a time limit on white Gentile rulership. And we're going to issue a disclaimer right now. We're not interested in race. We don't care what color you are. The truth has no color. So let's get that out the way right now. But we're going to show you. Yahweh or Yahweh put a timeline. He put a time on white Gentile rulership, and it's about to come to an end. And so we're going to delve right into the piece. I got my favorite reader.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't going to come on. If you wasn't here, I was like, I ain't going to do it. So that's my man.
Hey, what? Hey, Lee, let me say something, Lee. Hey, DeBar, guess what? He was like, hey, Qanath, yeah, I'm going to do this piece. Basically, you know what I want, right? I said, yeah, what's up? He said, hey, I need my reader, bro. He the best reader out there. I need my reader, man. So,
he's the best reader ever.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get at it. So we're going to show y'all. We're going to show you this thing, and we're going to show you what's really going on in the world right now because Channel 2 ain't reporting, CNN is not reporting, Fox News ain't reporting, and a lot of brothers in the camps, the Lord have not opened up their eyes to see what's really going on. Let's go to Daniel 2:27. Let's get this. Let's kick it off. Daniel, the 2nd chapter, and we're going to pick it up at verse 27.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 27. Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king have demanded, cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, and the soothsayers shew unto the king?
And now, if you want to really understand the backdrop of what's going on here, you got to go back and read the whole chapter. We don't have time for that. And I've just been informed that I'm an hour late. And because we're on different timelines, so I was confused. I was really confused. But anyway, this king Nebuchadnezzar had a dream, and he had the dream. It freaked him out. He couldn't remember the dream. He called the guys that was on his payroll, the magicians and the astrologers. They didn't know what he dreamed. And so they went and got Daniel out the dungeon. And this goes to show you, every time the world gets in trouble, they come and get who? A Hebrew Israelite. When Egypt was in trouble, they went and got who? Joseph or Joseph. When Babylon got in trouble, they went and got Daniel. When America got in trouble, they went and got who? Barack Obama. So there's a tendency, a trend here. When we cannot find a solution, we got to go get a Hebrew Israelite because he'll know what to do. So this dream he had become a secret. Now watch what Daniel say in verse 28. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 28. But there is a God in heaven that revealeth secrets and maketh known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dream and the visions of thy head upon thy bed.
So, hey, he's talking about what? He wasn't talking about his generation. he was talking about what they call it the latter days. We call it what? The last days, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this vision or this dream that Nebuchadnezzar had was going to stretch what? It's going to actually stretch all the way down to the second coming of the one they call Christ or the Messiah or the Messiah. Skip down to verse 31. He's going to tell him what he dreamed. Go ahead.
Sir. The book of Daniel, chapter 2 and verse 31. Thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. Verse 32. This image's head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay. Verse 34. Thou sawest twill that a stone was cut out without hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were of iron and clay, and
hold on. Okay, and break them to pieces. Now check this out. But notice though, this image had what? 10 toes, right? His toes was part what? Part of iron and part of clay, because you got 5 toes on each feet, right? Hello?
God, yes, sir.
Okay, so he got 10 toes, but he said that this stone smote the image on the feet, and we're going to show you. We're not going to deal with the head because the head was Babylon. We're not going to deal with the chest, the arms, and the legs. Why? Because all of those kingdoms, Babylon, Medo-Persia, and Greece, they all passed off the world scene. So this statue really is a timeline that the Lord has given the Gentile king Nebuchadnezzar of the order of the Gentile rulership leading up to his second return. And we know all I want to focus on for now is what? The 10 toes. Now, part of it was what? Part was clay, and part of these toes was iron. Why? Because these 10 toes represent 10 nations. Some of the nations are going to be strong, and some of these nations are going to be weak. That's why the Lord used the imagery, part iron and part clay. But to make this plain, let's go see if we can find what is the mindset. First of all, the 10 toes represent who? The European Union. They in your news. They in the news. What? Every day now. The EU. Sometimes they call them the European Common Market. They call them the EU, but they're commonly known as the 10. And these 10 toes is the EU. And the reason why the stone hit this statue on the foot is because the only thing that's going to be left of the statue when Yeshua or Yahweh comes back is the 10 toes, the European Union. That's why the angel started out by saying, that's why Daniel started out by saying, I'm going to show you what's going to happen in the latter or the last days. Let's go look at this. Let's go to Revelation 13 and 11.
Yes,
because, we want to find it. We want to get a mind. We want to get an idea how these 10 toes or the European Union, how they think. Revelation 13 and 11. Well, this ain't that scripture, but go ahead. I just want to show it to you again.
All right. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon.
Now, this dude, this is the mindset of the European Union. And we're going to show you why. Because the head of the 10 toes or the 10 horns or the European Union is who? None other than the Pope. So his mindset is he going to always be talking to you real smooth like a lamb. But the book said, but he spake as a dragon. Because what does the European Union and NATO and the United States keep saying? We just giving the Ukrainians weapons to defend themselves. We don't want to go to war with Russia. She looked like a lamb, but secretly she what? Behind closed doors, she speak as a what? As a dragon. The The black Indian put it like this. The black Indian said, white men speak with forked tongue.
That's right.
Did he say that?
That's right.
So let's go a little further in this. Let's take a, before we even get to the meat of the piece, we're gonna show you. Let's take a quick, what they call that? Let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Let's look at the history of the 10 toes, or what you call the common market, the European Union. In 1619, the European Union and the North and NATO initiated what we commonly come to know as what? The North Atlantic slave trade.
That's right.
The EU nations that participated at that time was France, Spain, the Portuguese, and the Dutch. We'll talk about Britain later. But this is 1619. So in our earliest contact that's recorded historically with these white Europeans, or the Europeans period, has been what? Oppression and slavery. In 1884, they renamed themselves. They called themselves, it was at the Berlin Conference down in Belgium. And at the Berlin Conference in 1884, the European Union at that time, and they were all combined into this one conference. This is where they decided they was going to colonize West Africa. And one of the most interesting things that came out of the conference was no African kings or chiefs were invited. Because the idea is, if you're going to steal a man's land, you can't have him in the room letting them know the plans. Is that right?
That's right.
1884, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention this. There was one nation that did not colonize West Africa that showed up at the meeting and went back home without any property in West Africa. That was Russia. That's something that everybody should take note of. Now, 1920, the European Union, the 10 toes or the 10 horns, they flipped the script on us, and they started an organization called the League of Nations. But it was simply the League of Nations maintained segregation. They did not abolish the colonization of Africa. They went along with the status quo. And still, at the League of Nations, there were no African nations present. I'm giving you just a synopsis, an overview of the dealings or the doings of the EU throughout history, because they're trying to paint themselves in a sanctimonious light right now. We are a sanctimonious organization coming to the aid of the Ukrainians. No, you're not. 1947, they changed their name from the League of Nations to the United Nations. And guess what, y'all? In 1947, the European Union and NATO, they still practice segregation, and they still maintain the colonization of Africa, nations in West Africa. It wasn't until like the 50s or the 60s that the brothers in West Africa began to kick the white colonists out. So I just want to show you, this has been the history of the European Union and NATO when it comes to nations of color. But when the colonization of West Africa did not work, the Europeans had to come up with a new scam. The new scam, I call it the money game. The money game the European Union came up with. We said, well, what does this got to do with the peace? You're going to see after a while. Because that's what all this fighting is about. It's over something called fiat money. So the EU came up with a scam, and the scam was, it was backed by the United States. The United States went to OPEC, the oil producing nations, and said, hey, wait a minute. Starting today, in 1970, 1971, no nation can purchase oil until they first buy US dollars. But before they did that, Nixon said, you know what? As late as 1970, the US dollar was backed by gold. So Nixon came along and said, we're not going to back the dollar by gold anymore. it ain't going to be backed by nothing, which means that the dollar has no value. It's called fiat money. Now, what we're going to do real quick, we're going to look at a video, a quick, probably like a 1 minute, probably a 30-second piece. We want to show y'all when Nixon did away with the gold standard. Then we're going to show you, they're going to tell you out their own mouth that money that y'all dying over, that money that's selling dope, pulling stick-ups, women selling their body, it ain't got no value. What we like to say in Chicago, throwing rocks at the penitentiary for nothing. So I'm gonna share my screen.
This not. Let me ask you something real quick. First, this is not nothing from National Geographic or anything like that because
no. You gonna like this, and it's gonna be like 5 seconds.
No, I said that because anything from National Geographic or something like that, they will remove the video. So be mindful of that.
Okay,
so,
let me share the screen with you. Tell me what this, because it don't say, it just says it's, but this is in the public domain.
Let me see. Let me look at it. Put it in the room.
I'll let you check it out right quick. Here, hold on. If I can get back over here. Where was I? I was here. I gotta go. I gotta click on share. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Share screen. Share screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Share screen. Share screen. Entire screen. Chrome tab.
Yeah, usually I do the entire screen and then I select the.
Okay, that's the one. Do I click on share?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is the video. I'm gonna wait a second while y'all take a quick look at it. But it's a public domain piece.
Give me a second.
Yeah. So what we have here is we want to give you before what we're dealing with is.
Go ahead. I got it.
All right, now check this out, y'all. I'm finna go hit play. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right.
Accordingly, I have directed the Secretary of the Treasury to take the action necessary to defend the dollar against the speculators. I have directed Secretary Connally to suspend temporarily the convertibility of the dollar into gold.
Hold on. So in 1971, Richard Nixon issued a decree that the dollar could no longer be converted into gold. And you say, well, what does that mean? There was a time prior to this decree in 1971, you could take $1,000 in cash and go over to the bank, and they could, the Federal Reserve or the U.S. Treasury, and they'll give you $1,000 worth of gold for your paper money. When he did this, it eliminated the fact that the dollar is no longer being backed by gold, which means the money is what now? It's worthless. I'm going to show you another quick video. If I could, yeah, I think this one right here is definitely, let me see, where am I? Share screen. I'm getting good at this. This right here. Now check this one out. This is video number 2, a real quick short piece because we ain't got time for that. Now check this out. So the question is, if the U.S. dollar is not backed by gold or silver.
Hold on, Lee. Hey, Lee, hold on. I gotta say this to YouTube. They pay attention to every word you say. Fair use, just for fair use purposes only, right? Okay. So we practice we follow the acts of YouTube. This is only for fair use. We do not. We're not seeking any money off of this video that he's showing. It's fair use only. Go ahead, brother.
Okay, now check this out. Hey, all right. The entire world right now followed America's example. The entire world took their economies off the gold standard and put it on this play money. And watch what this brother say right here.
What is fiat money? Fiat money or fiat currency is any money that the government declares as legal tender. In other words, the money must be accepted if offered in payment. Fiat money is not backed by a physical commodity such as gold or silver. The image on the left shows a $10 bill. This is an example of fiat money. The $10 bill is worth $10 because the US government says so. Fiat money has no intrinsic value.
It has no what? It has no value. Watch this.
The paper of a $10 bill is virtually worthless.
That's all I want y'all to see. So America, when they couldn't colonize Africa, because the brothers realized, hey man, we got this. Then they said, okay, let's come back with the paper money scheme called fiat money. It ain't back money. These white Gentiles ran that scam so cold that they went down into Africa and bought up the infrastructure without gold. Paper money, it only a paper dollar bill it's a note payable. It means here's a note for $1,000. I'll come back on Tuesday and give you the gold. So if I give you the paper money and I don't give you the gold, I've given you nothing. They ran the scam on the brothers in Africa, and then they turned back around and charged interest on paper money that had no value. So the brothers in Africa are paying interest right now to this day on paper money that had no value.
Damn.
Man, come on, G. This is the scam that the white Europeans been running since 1970. Well, something took place. Now, they was living real fat for a minute. Now, I want to show y'all something. I want to show you the verbiage on this money because I want to make it real plain. We're going to show you that the money before 1970 said had a different
that's right.
It had a different it had different verbiage or wording on it. It's something to the effect that you could take this and get gold and silver for it. So here, case in point, it was a $20 bill. It's called a Federal Reserve note. It says, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private, and redeemable in lawful money at the United States Treasury or at any Federal Reserve Bank. This was before 1971. Now let me show you the new money, the money from 2020. Can y'all see this new bill?
Yes, sir.
It says, this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. But guess what it don't say? It's it does not say you can redeem it.
Damn.
If you don't believe me, look inside your pocket today for all you brothers that at least got $1 on you. and put your dollar and read it. It's non-redeemable. So what does that mean? That simply means you brothers and sisters out there that's throwing rocks at the penitentiary, you're going to jail over a scam. The money ain't, you rob a bank, the money ain't got no value because it ain't backed by gold or silver. They're locking you up on a scam. You selling drugs and taking paper money for it, you're doing 30 years over a scam. You sell a woman, you selling your body, you'd be better off getting a gold ring from the man or a silver chain or an earring. Because the paper money has what? Zero value. Then they turned back around and took all the valuable minerals, what do you call it, out of the quarter, the dime, the nickel, and the penny. Those are nothing but slugs you got in your pocket. Now watch this. Let's go to Isaiah.
Remove your screen if you finish.
Huh?
If you finish that, move your screen so we go to Isaiah.
Yeah, let's go to Isaiah 25:7. Isaiah 25:7. We're going to show you. This scam was understood by the angel of the Lord because the angel of the Lord revealed or said something to this prophet Isaiah that went by a whole lot of the guys. Isaiah 25:7. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 25, in verse 7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about, this covering, this veil? That's what we're talking about tonight. The whole world is in the dark concerning the money system in the United States, the European, and all over the world. Why? Because your captor, your oppressor, determines what you learn. God forbid that your teacher, and God bless all the teachers, but some of these teachers are not up to speed. Because if they was up to speed, we wouldn't have to have this conversation about the European scam with this paper money. That's why I go in places and the cat act like he followed me. I turn around, I tell him to, I said, let me tell you something, mister. You ain't got nothing in this store that you can drop a bag of money. And I say this, you could drop a bag of money in front of me, man. I wouldn't take one dime. It ain't got no value. The guy that's working for Brinks, the armored truck company, lose his life trying to protect the paper money and ain't got no what? No value.
$8 less dollars of value hour.
Man, now let's talk about your hourly wage. You go to work every day. You sit there and let them folk disrespect you, dishonor you. You got a 30-minute break. How are you 13 seconds late today? You better not be late again. You sit there, you work 8 hours a day. You work 30 years for these folks. All they ever gave you was fiat money, paper money. And you never saw the money. All you saw was a what? A journal entry. Went to the bank. You deposit the paper check into the ATM machine, and it said you got $2,000. You never saw $2,000. All you say every time you go get some money, he give it to you. You never saw the whole 2 or the whole 5. It's a journal entry. The covering veil that's spread over what? All the nations. The whole world fell for the money game, including me, because I sold dope for it. I was throwing rocks at the penitentiary and did not know it. Young folk need to see this video tonight. We could save somebody. Hey, man, that money ain't got no value. Stop throwing them rocks at the penitentiary. Can't go rob the bank in order to keep the scam going. They either shoot him or incarcerate him to make you think that paper money in that bank had value. So the cat come get you and say, we give you for income tax evasion. Well, the money didn't have no value. What you tell you gonna tax it? How can you tax oxygen? I'm gonna leave that alone. I don't want nobody to come see me. The entire infrastructure, including the oil, the gas, the mineral, the diamonds, the gum, the rubber plants, the rubber tree, all that was purchased from Africa with play money. Did y'all catch that? And then, wait a minute, purchased the entire infrastructure and then turned back around and told the cat, yeah, you owe me interest on that too. They never showed up with a boatload of gold. Watch this. Let's go to Matthew 6:24. I'm going to make it real plain tonight. We're telling people, y'all better start checking in with F.O.P.E.
Damn right. Damn right.
You ain't no profanity, brother. We in church right now. Hey, Matthew 6:24.
Yes,
Go
sir.
ahead, bro. I'm just playing, Qanath. You know that.
Hey, put the scripture in the comments, y'all, so I can put on the screen. Thank you.
Matthew 6:24. Go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 24. No man can serve 2 masters.
Preach, man.
For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to the one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon.
Mammon is not a name for man. In Aramaic, the name for man is Yish. Okay? He's a Yish. Or the name for brother is Aheya. So mammon is not the name for man. Mammon is a Greek word that means riches. That's what he's talking about. Y'all understand? And so the Gentile in the West, they put on their money in God we trust. No, you don't know the Lord, or whom they call Adonai. You don't know him, because in other parts of the world, Africa and Asia, them people live Joe ordinary lifestyles. He guy got a goat. He got a cow. He got a woman. He got him a little hut. He's down by the riverside. He can go fishing. He got him a little garden, and he's happy. In the West, people got jobs making $30,000, $40,000 a year. They drive a car, and they could never get enough. The guy in Africa make $10 a month. I spend almost $100 a day on my habits. I go get my vodka and my orange juice and my pineapple juice and my beet juice. That's a little concoction I make, right? But I know I spend anywhere from $50 to $100 a day. This guy made $10 a month in Africa, and he's happy. I'm trying to show you. You can't. People want this thing, y'all. I want to be wise. I want to have knowledge and understanding. You can't have it, man, unless you're willing to make a sacrifice. You can't serve two masters. And this is what this white Gentile has impressed on the so-called Negro to the point we going to jail over it. And there's some of y'all dating women that the only way you can keep that woman is by being a dope man. And she ain't never telling you to stop. I'm preaching tonight. She's encouraging you to go to prison. Let's keep going. Let's go. Let's leave here. Let's leave here. I had Matthew 26 and 24.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to read all that. I just want to read that. That's enough. Let's go to Revelation 17 and 1 and show you who the head of the European Union is. Now, the Pope, y'all, I don't know if you've been watching TV. He keep coming out every once in a while, and he be talking a whole lot of smack, like, you know, Putin, like the high priest in Russia is Putin's flunky, blah, blah, blah. But he don't never say, I'm the religious head of the European Union or them 10 toes in Daniel. Why? Because he's clandestine.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Revelation 17 and 1.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 17, verse 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will shew unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters.
You know, we had this discussion before. You know, Paul said, I presented you as a chaste virgin, as a bride to the Lord. Well, the Lord got a bride, but his bride keeps the Sabbath day, Friday night to Saturday night when the sun go down.
That's right.
The bride of the Lord keeps the commandments. She has ornaments. She keeps the 10 commandments. She keeps the statutes, the testimonies, and the judgments of her God. That's what his wife has. The great whore, she don't keep the Sabbath day. She go to church on Sunday. She does Easter, Halloween. Some of y'all out there on the sound of my voice, don't let us catch you doing Halloween. We're gonna take a picture of you. Anyway, she do Easter, Halloween, Christmas. That's why the Lord called her a whore. He said, what? Depart from me, you work of iniquity, for I know you not. Is that right?
That's right.
Keep going. Verse 2.
I
want to. Go ahead. Verse 2. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The book of Revelations, chapter 17 and verse 2. With whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication.
What kind of fornication can a church commit with the kings of the earth? There's the physical fornication, and then there's spiritual fornication. That's when you bow down to idols. That's when you kiss that ring. That's when you make them graven images. Pasala, Talmunda, Ta. The graven image. That's when you profane the Sabbath and start going to church on Sunday. That's when you recognize Yeshua's birthday on December 25th. That's fornication. And not only is it spiritual fornication, it is also spiritual adultery because you got a husband, Yahweh.
That's right. Teach.
Come on, y'all. The Most High ain't got no problem with you visiting the Egyptian camp, them Egyptologists. He don't have no problem with you going to visit your relatives in these different churches. He got a problem when you participate in the abomination. That's his problem, because you all are supposed to be candlesticks. A candle is not is meant to be placed where? On a hill, so that everybody can be in light. You don't put it under what? Under a bushel. It won't do us any good for all of us to have all this wisdom and knowledge, and all we do is kick it with each other. That's all I got to say about that. What verse was that?
All right, we finishing up verse 2.
Skip down to verse 5.
Yes, sir. This is the book.
No, I'm sorry. Verse 3. I'm sorry. I get carried away.
No problem. No problem at all.
Go ahead.
The book of Revelations, chapter 17 and verse 3. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman sit upon a scarlet colored beast, full of names of blasphemy, having 7 heads and 10 horns.
Well, wait a minute. Daniel, when Nebuchadnezzar had his dream, he dreamed about a statue with what? With 2 feet. And unless you some weird type of cat, you got more than 5 toes on each foot. You got me. Because the 10 toes became what? These 10 horns. And we're going to show you. Just like them 10 toes, the book said that stone, we're going to read that stone that was cut out of the mountain without hands, hit this image on the feet. Why? Because after Daniel lived in 606 BC, after 2,600 years, y'all, I want you to hear me. 2,600 years have passed, and the statue has fallen, has dissipated, been destroyed, beginning with the head, Nebuchadnezzar, Medo-Persia, then Greece, then Rome. And the only thing that's left from that statue after 2,600 years of history is the toes. That's deep, ain't it? That's what we're looking at, y'all. See the Lord, this white Gentile think he's special because he got a private jet. And he done bought him some property on a little place called an island. No man is an island to himself. He tried to do away with that too. He got a little submarine. He got a yacht. He going all the way up to the top, to the dome, that little thing they call space. He think he doing something. But the man is not rich. He's poor. Any man is not rich toward Elohim, God, is what? He is poor. He's a hobo. A spiritual hobo.
Teach.
Skip down. Now the book said, this woman, which is the Vatican, I'm going to prove that to you. She got 10 horns, and she riding this beast. And we're going to show you, man. The Lord called this from the book of Daniel. That's why when brothers tell me, I don't believe in the New Testament. Okay, let's do it from the Old Testament. Because the story is the same if you know how to rightly divide the script.
That's right.
So he got what? 7 heads, 10 horns. Skip down to verse 9.
Verse 9, okay. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 17 and verse 9. And here is the mind which have wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
So this woman is sitting on what? These 7 mountains. Only one church on the earth, everybody, that sits on 7 hills or 7 mountains. And guess who that is? That's the Vatican. But the book says she had 10 horns on. So let's show you what them 10 horns is right now. Skip down to verse 12.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 17 and verse 12. And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet, but receive power as kings 1 hour with the beast.
So those 10 toes and those 10 horns are what? 10 kings. Well, I can hear somebody thinking in TV land saying, well, there are 27 nations in the European Union. Yeah, but only 10 of them are permanent members. The other 17 are in what they call a temporary or observer status. And the European Union called themselves the 10. The Lord called this thing. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This old boy Daniel saw 2,600 years into the future, and I can show you that he saw even further than that. But that's not the lesson today. So them 10 horns, the 10 toes are what? 10 kings. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. The book, verse 13. These have one mind, and shall give their power and strength unto the beast.
They've already done it, because the Vatican is a religious observer over the European Union. See, these will be things you ain't gonna read this in no newspaper. You ain't gonna get this on Fox and CNN, all these other fake news outlets. And again, unless your teacher's doing some real research, you ain't gonna hear it from him. So the stage, I like to say this, I heard this somewhere. The die has been set and the stage has been set. Everybody's where they're supposed to be. These Europeans, if they somehow, the Lord make it possible for them to hear this lesson tonight, they're going to freak out a little bit, because I'm about to bring the noise. And the noise is not going to make them happy, because the Gentile dispensation the hour is at hand. It's coming to an end. Check this out. Let's leave here and go to Jeremiah 25 and 15. I'm moving. We got a decent pace going. Jeremiah 25 and 15.
Yes, sir. This is the book.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 25 in verse 15. For thus saith the Lord God of Israel unto me, take the wine cup of this fury at my hand, and cause all the nations to whom I send thee to drink it. Verse 16, and they shall drink and be moved and be mad because of the sword that I will send among them.
Wait a minute. See, the rest of the world thought he was only beating up Israel. No, he beat us up first, because we his children. The Bible says, if I chasten you not, then you what? You a bastard and not a son, right?
Right.
So they sat back and they watched us get that pumpkin head, that beat down from Yahweh, and everybody laughed. Esau took our land. The rest, everybody took something. The Vatican took what? Took the priesthood. Esau took the land and our identity. It was funny to the nation. Then the Lord said, hey, wait a minute. Since I beat my children up, I'm going to go ahead and beat up the rest of the nations. He's fair, don't you think?
That's right.
Verse 17.
Verse 17. Then took I the cup at the Lord's hand, and made all the nations to drink unto whom the Lord had sent me.
Well, let's see how many nations was this cup sent to. Verse 26.
Verse 26. And all the kings of the north, far and near, one with another, and all the kingdoms of the world, which are upon the face of the earth, the king of Shashak shall drink after them.
So this cup that went out, it went to what? Israel and Judah didn't just drink from the Lord's cup, his fury. He sent that cup to all the nations of the earth, and he's getting ready to do it again, y'all. And you can see, if you're watching the news, you can see Western Europe is drinking from the cup. There's a trembling in Western Europe right now.
That's right.
They don't know where they're going to get their gas from for the winter. They terrified. Putin to cut off Nord Stream 1, and I think he cut off Nord Stream 2. And he told them Gentiles, if you don't show up with rubles, you can't get no gas. Cut off the oil. Won't allow the Ukrainians to ship wheat through the Black Sea. This is from the Lord tonight. He's warning you, and he's sending a message to the Europeans. You thought you was better than the rest of the people of the earth. The Lord is no respecter person. You passing laws that are detrimental to the health of the world. There's some things we can't say on this little program because of the way these structured systems are filtering the truth. So I can't jeopardize my brother's platform, so I can't say nothing. But if enough of y'all knew Aramaic, I could. But I can't. So anyway, skip down.
Yes, sir.
Verse 31.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 25, in verse 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord have a controversy with the nations.
We got a controversy with who? The nations. They thought they was exempt. They thought they was exempt, brothers. That's what they taught us. Oh, Lord did this to you because you was worshiping idols and burning your children, sending your children to Molech, the fire god. That's why all this happened to you. Yeah, but you ain't exempt either, mister. He got a controversy with the nations, plural.
That's right.
Go ahead.
He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord.
Oh, well, wait a minute now. He gonna do what? He gonna plead. See, when people you hear the word plead, in their mind, they thinking, please, sir, can I? And like shuffling Bob. Please, sir, come on, sir. Do it like this, sir. You got time. Would you please do this? That ain't the kind of pleading that he's talking about. The kind of pleading that Yahweh or Yahweh or Yeshua, whatever you call him, the kind of pleading he's talking about is the same type of pleading that took place in the wilderness when he was pleading with them 600,000 foot soldiers. What happened to them? He killed them all in the wilderness.
That's right.
That's what he's talking about. He ain't talking about that, please, sir. Would you, sir? He talking about, and I know you don't like this, he talking about busting your head. He's into you know, like when I was teaching school, I used to give the kids options. I said, look, little Johnny, you tripping in my classroom, so I'm gonna give you two options. Option number one, you can sit over there, enjoy the class with the rest of the children. Option number two is I drag you out here in front of the rest of the kids. Which one do you choose? And 99.9% of the time, the child chose option number one. But I always gave them two options, but I always gave them the real ugly option. See who's going to choose it. You know what I mean? But anyway, okay. So the Lord said, what? I read verse 32.
Yes, sir. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 25, in verse 32. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from the coasts of the earth.
And as you can see, even though this was talking about another time, this scenario that we just got through reading is a forerunner, or was a forerunner of what's actually taking place in our generation. Evil has went what? From nation to nation. You know, and I'm going to show you another place, man. The Lord had this thing written, mapped out, and them people over in Europe, whether they believe in the God of Israel or not, don't matter because he believes in them. This is all include. That's why the title of this lesson is what? I thought it was a message to the nations. I be forgetting my own titles. But anyway, check this out. Let's go to 2 Chronicles 15:1. We almost done.
All right.
Yeah. I forgot the title. Anyway, I should have wrote it down, right? Where we at? 2 Chronicles 15:1.
Yes, sir. This is the book.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 15 and verse 1. And the Spirit of God came upon Azariah, the son of Oded.
Now the Spirit came across this guy, right? But I want to read this anyway. No, I don't want to read that. Skip down to verse 3.
Yes, sir. Verse 3. Now for a long season, Israel had been without the true God, and without a teaching priest, and without law.
Hey, writing books don't make you a teacher. That includes me. All these guys writing all these books and doing all this other stuff. That don't mean that the Messiah or the anointed, or you've been anointed to do this. Some of these guys are musicians. Some of these guys are painters and artists and all this stuff. They woke up one day, found out they was Israel, hung a sign out in front of their house, I'm a teacher. No, brother, you're not a teacher. You're just a good dude. You're just a good Hebrew.
That's right.
Everybody can't be a teacher. Everybody can't sing a song. Everybody can't play a musical instrument. We all got to find, like they used to say, you got to get in where you feel. You got to find your niche.
That's right.
But go ahead.
Verse 4. But when they, in their trouble, did turn to the Lord God of Israel and sought him, he was found of them.
How do you find Yahweh or Yahweh? How do you find him? He said, when you seek me, beg cash, seek, alea, me, with all your lababa and your ahaba, all your heart, and your nephesh, all your soul, then you're going to find me. You can't find him if you microwaving him. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's what I was doing to him. I'd be in my car. Hey, I'd be in my car praying. I go work out praying while I'm going around the track, but I was not getting on my knees. I had died spiritually. And some of you all out there have died spiritually. And the reason I know I had died spiritually, because when he revived me, I said, man, I died spiritually. What do the dead know? The dead know nothing. I didn't even know I had died. You know why? I was so busy writing books that I had died spiritually. It can happen to you, man. And the reason I realized I had died spiritually, because my prayer life came back. I started praying two times, 3 times a day. Once I started back to praying, I realized I had died. I had been resurrected spiritually. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yes,
the cares of this world and the deceitfulness of riches will kill you spiritually. But anyway, let's keep reading. Verse 6. Verse 5.
Yes, sir. Verse 5. This is the book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 15 and verse 5. And in those times there was no peace to him that went out, nor to him that came in, but great vexations were upon all the inhabitants of the countries.
Hey, don't that look like what we're living in right now? There was no peace. You go out to your car. I go out to the car. You know what I do? I look around first. I don't just go straight to the car. Ain't no peace to him that go out. And when I come in, hey, I hate to say this because I know y'all out there, but I got my finger on the trigger when I get out the car. I hope to God that I don't never have to shoot nobody, but just in case.
That's
ain't
right.
no peace to him that go out. It ain't no peace. I live in Chirac, y'all, so that's why I talk this way. Ain't no peace to him that go out, no peace that came in, and vexation among what? All the countries. Everybody is experiencing the same evil era. All the nations are feeling this. Anyway, let's go. Let's go. The book said he did what? He vexed them all with what? Adversity. The whole world is being vexed by God. They don't know it's him, though. They just think, oh, we're just having a rough. This ain't no rough patch. It's the hand of Yahweh. It's the hand of the Lord, y'all. Because the world is so wicked, man. He ain't got no choice. Let's go to Ezekiel 5 and 16.
Yes, sir.
Ezekiel 5 and 16. I'm gonna stop talking so much so we can get. Yeah, I'm almost. Hey, I'm doing it. Ezekiel 5 and 16.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 5 and verse 16. When I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction.
Hold on. Hey, ain't that what the Europeans are experiencing in Western Europe right now?
Yes, sir.
The Lord that sent what? The evil arrow of famine. They need gas, natural gas. They need oil. They have a vegetable shortage. The Lord is shooting them arrows. He done sent them angels down there to vex them Western Europeans. They did a whole lot of stuff that I cannot mention on this program because y'all shut my mans down. But for some of you brothers and sisters out there that know what I'm talking about, I can give you an innuendo. Y'all understand?
Yes, sir.
They do a whole lot of creepy stuff in the West. That's all I can say. And the Lord just sent them angels down there to vex the Western Europeans. And he pointed, but he put a baseball bat in Putin's hand and told Putin, you go over there and bust them in the head. One man is doing that to the West, to European Union. Can't say that. Well, let's go to Genesis. I ain't want to read that. I'm gonna skip that so we can close, get out of here. Now, check this out. Let's go see the hour of the Gentile has come. And so let's go to Daniel, the 2nd chapter, the 42nd verse. We did that already, didn't we? Let's go to Revelation 6 and 1.
All right.
Because this is a sign. Their time is coming to an end, and it's going to be a huge. And people say, give us a sign. Well, we're going to give you a sign right now. You ain't going to like it, but you're going to get it anyway.
That's right.
Revelation 6 and 1. We're gonna get the Gentiles, the white Europeans, a sign.
The book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the 4 beasts saying, come and see. Verse 2. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer.
Well, we know this ain't Yeshua or Yahweh, because Yahweh or Yeshua is the King of Kings. He's going to have on many crowns. This individual right here is an imposter. This is the Antichrist. He got one crown. And he's a precursor. He goes what? To conquer and to conquer, or conquering and to conquer. I don't read all the seals. I want to get down to the seal because the Gentiles say, well, give us a sign. I'm going to give you a sign. You ain't going to like it. But check it out. Skip down to verse 12.
Yes, sir. The book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 12. And I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Verse 13. And the stars of heaven fell upon the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven departeth as a scroll when it was rolled together. And every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
People running around buying these private islands. Sorry, man. All that gonna be over with that 6th seal right around the year 3. In the year 3, the 3rd year of the tribulation period, you go lose your little island. You got these Gentiles, these are they call themselves rich. They building underground bunkers that look like they got mansions underground. You know that, right?
Yes, sir.
And what the cat don't know is I think it's in the 17th chapter of Revelation. The book said there's going to be an earthquake that's going to be so great. There's never been an earthquake like it since the beginning of the creation. You know what that means? You might be underground living large, but then when the rocks fall on you, it's a wrap. You ain't going to be like a rat trapped underground.
Dang.
I know, right? I'm trying to tell y'all, man, look, we sending a kite to these Gentiles. This is love tonight. We are warning you. We don't have to. Well, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Verse 15.
Yes, sir. The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 15. And the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains.
Now watch this now. Hey, now, like they got all this money. But now wait a minute. They didn't run to the mansion. They ran to a cave. They hide themselves. Why? Because here come that dude that they've been reading about. But it's something special about him. And I'm going to spring this on y'all. Go ahead.
Verse 16. And said to the mountains and the rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne, and from the wrath of the Lamb.
Wait a minute. I like this part of the lesson because I started to trip out, right? But check this out. That heaven gonna roll back like a scroll. And when them Gentiles, them so-called billionaires, look up into that heaven, they gonna see two black gods with afros. Go back and read Revelation, the first chapter, 9th through the 12th verse. He said, John said, I was on the island of Patmos for the word of the Lord. He said, I heard a voice behind me. I turned and I looked, and I saw the Son of Man. He had hair like what? Lamb's wool. Eyes like a fiery flame, and his feet were like they had been burned in a furnace. That is not no white Jesus.
No, sir.
That's a black man. And read that 7th chapter of Daniel, and it describes her father. Hair like what? Lamb's wool. They twins. Paul said that Jesus was the splitting image of the Father. Twins. They see them. They're gonna open up that turn. That heaven gonna roll back, and I can't say that either. Okay, let me figure it out. When that heaven roll back like a scroll, all these racist white folks in America that don't like black people, thought Jesus was white with blue eyes. They're gonna have to make a decision on that day. Can I serve a black Jesus? Come on, y'all. Run that. Can I do it? You ain't got no choice. There's no other way. And if you don't accept black Jesus, you got to go through that lake of fire for eternity. Now, you say, you can't prove that. Yes, I can. Everybody trust the Pope. Let's see, who does the Pope serve? Who does he pray to? I'm gonna share my screen for a minute. We're almost done. I'm kind of disappointed that I'm almost done. I'm having a ball. You know that?
Hey, take your time.
Okay, it's a done deal. I'm done. Look, hey, now watch this. Now it's gonna make somebody happy. It's gonna make somebody mad. Now, this is the coat of arms. Can y'all see that? This is the coat of arms. Okay, I gotta click on the page. Now you see it.
Elder Qanath might have to approve it. Elder Qanath, you there?
Now this is all public. It's all the artifacts. These images are all public in the public forum.
Okay, I'm with you. Hold on. I see it. I'm going to put it up now. I'm with all of you. I'm right here. There we go.
All right. Now this is the coat of arms of Benedict, Pope Benedict. But look what his coat of arms is. A black man. But check this out. Now, check this out. Y'all want to trip hard? Let's trip. This is Pope Francis and Pope Benedict, the Pope that retired. This Pope Benedict, the one that retired because he didn't want to catch that lake of fire pumpkin head. This Pope Francis. Look who they praying to. Black Mary and what? Baby Jesus. Two, they both black Hebrew Israelites from the tribe of Judah. What do they believe? They believe that the Messiah is black. And the Pope before them, Pope John Paul, look at him. He got an image of Black Mary and Black Jesus, and he looked real pious while he looking at it. All these artifacts come from the Vatican. So no matter what you believe in TV land, however they call it, these popes believe the Bible. How that sound?
That's powerful right there.
I'm trying to tell you, man, listen, man, this is how it's done, right?
Con.
This is how it's done. Let's leave here and go to I missed, man. I got ahead of myself. Must have been the Lord. Let's go to Luke 21:20, and then we got like maybe one or two places after that. Then I'm gonna shut it down. Luke, the 21st chapter and the 20th verse, because these Gentiles would have they programmed our people to believe that their kingdoms was going, their rulership was going to last forever. No, it ain't. The Lord to put a time frame on it.
That's right.
That's right.
Luke 21:20. Yeah, so it's coming to an end. That's why they falling apart, man. One of them just died. I'm not going to say that either. All right.
Yeah, don't do that.
hey, I've been doing this a long time. You know, I think before I talk.
Right.
That's the difference between a full-grown man and them children. Go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Verse 21. Then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains.
Hey, wait a minute. All you people think you're going to heaven? Hey, if you was going to heaven, he wouldn't tell you to run. What you going to run for if I'm going to come take you to heaven? He said flee. It's called fleeing time. And when you see Jerusalem surrounded by who? You ain't going to believe it. Russia go invade the land. When Russia come down and the Pope go invade the land. When actually it's the kings of the West, European Union and NATO, they gonna invade Africa, man. I can show you. I don't care what they telling you. The Lord had already had it written in the book that them guys are gonna invade Africa.
Wow.
The European Union and they coming back. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna ask a question. No, I'm not gonna do that. What does the world need right now? They need gas and oil. What does Africa have in abundance? Gas and oil. So if you can't get it from Putin, what you gonna do? You're gonna go take it from the nations that don't have nuclear weapons.
Damn. Right. That's powerful right there. Wow.
Man, it's the Lord. He said, I will not. He said, I will do nothing until I first reveal it to my servant, the prophets. Peter said, how come we didn't understand the parable of the sower sowing seed? He said, to you, it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom. But to them that are without, I speak to them in parables. It has been hidden from them. Can I preach?
Preach.
Yes, go ahead. Hey, he said, so what? Keep reading, brother.
Yes, sir.
Verse 22.
Verse 22. This is the book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 22. Actually, I didn't finish up 21 yet.
Go ahead. All right, start it over then.
Yes, sir.
All right.
The book of Luke, chapter 21 and verse 21. Let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter thereunto.
Because it's what time? It's fleeing time, right?
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Verse 22, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled.
Verse 24.
Verse 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles, until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Somebody out there saying, well, that already happened. Yeah, it did happen. The Romans invaded Jerusalem in 70 AD. But the part that you don't understand, brother, they're saying that already happened, is that Jerusalem has been trodden down by the Gentiles since that time. Who is in the land right now? The white Turk, who calls himself an Arab, the white Edomite, who's called himself Israel. So the land, Jerusalem is being what right now? Being trodden down by the Gentiles until when? Till the times of the Gentiles what? Be fulfilled. So Lord, he done put a marker on these cats. You can go this far, but you can only go so far. That rulership is coming to an end, and they know it. So it's like a boxer who's been champ for a long time. He starts getting old, his skills get bad. He's holding on by any means necessary, but the young fighters are just too fast for him. And this is what's happening with the European Union and NATO. The rest of the world are caught up to them technologically. Let's go to Zechariah 1:18.
Yes, sir.
Then I got like maybe 2-3 places, and that's it. Sorry I kept you guys so long. Zechariah 1:18.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 1 and verse 18. Then lifted I up mine eyes and saw, and behold, 4 horns. And I said unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered me, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, Israel, and Jerusalem.
Okay, so these what? These 4 horns. What was these? What 4 nations scattered Israel, Judah, and Judah? Babylon, or Syria, Babylon. Well, we'll go with Babylon, Medo-Persia, Greece, and Rome. In ancient Sumerian times, the horn represented power and government, just like the mountain did. But watch what this angel say. Go ahead, verse 19. Was that 19? No, verse 20.
Yes, sir, verse 20. And the Lord shewed me 4 carpenters. Verse 21. Then said I, what come these to do? And he spake, saying, these are the horns which have scattered Judah, so that no man did lift up his head. But these are come to fray them, to cast out the horns of the Gentiles.
Wait a minute, the fix is in, ain't it?
He
said these 4 carpenters are going to do what? Going to cast out the power or the horns of the Gentiles. The Lord set a time on their rulership. Now, who are these 4 horns? Let's go to Revelations right quick, 9 and 13, and see if we can put our finger on these 4 horns that's supposed to end the domination of this planet by the white Europeans. Now, we don't do racial lessons. We're not interested in that. We're interested in one thing, the truth.
That's right.
We don't care about that. That's what children care about. We're not into that. We're into the truth. And we're trying to save men's souls. You know, our number 1 mission is salvation. That's what we're about.
That's right.
Go ahead. Revelations 9 and 13. You can read it when you get it.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 9 and verse 13. And the 6th angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar, which is before God, saying to the 6th angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates.
Oh, so the 4 horns that's going to end the Gentile rulership is really what? 4 angels. That's interesting, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, hold on to what? 4 angels. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men.
The number that they give for the population of the earth right now, y'all, is 7.2 billion people. If we just had a round number of 6 billion, 1/3 would be 2 billion. And then 1/3 of 7 is what? So we say about 2 billion, 2 billion, 200 million people are going to die. So these 4 angels, these 4 carpenters are going to kill over 2 billion men. So that what? So that Israel can go free and to end the dominion of the earth by these Gentiles, by these Europeans. It gets better, man. Let's go to Revelations. Let's go to Revelations 11 and 15. It's going to be my last place. Revelations 11. Now go Revelations 8 and 1. Because we sent a warning today to the Gentiles. Hey, man, repent and turn from your wickedness and your evil ways. Because your hour is at hand. Your time to rule the planet has come to an end. Revelations 8 and 1.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 8 and verse 1. And when he had opened the 7th seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. And I saw the 7 angels which stood before God, and to them were given 7 trumpets.
We ain't gonna read what happened to the first 6 trumpets. We're gonna end this lesson on that 7th trumpet, that last trumpet, Revelation 11 and 15. In fact, we just had the memorial of blowing the trumpets.
That's right.
This is what it's pointing towards, y'all. When that 7th trumpet sound, the Europeans are done. Let's go. They done. And if anybody and everybody that mistreated us, I can't say that. So we're gonna read Revelations 11 and 15. Go ahead.
The book of Revelations, chapter 11 and verse 15. And the 7th angel sounded, and there were great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his Christ, and he shall reign forever and ever.
Wait a minute. It's over? The champ got knocked out.
Exactly.
The Europeans had only, and this is the thing about the champ, the current champ. He only been ruling for about 250 years, not 400 years, as he would have you to believe. He only been in play 250 years. That ain't no long time. He about to get knocked out because Yeshua is coming to take the planet. When that 7th trumpet sound, European dominion over the earth is over. And then we'll tell you what's going to happen. This is it. No more. Revelation 20. And we're gonna rule and reign with Yahweh or Yeshua. And we're going to do something that the Europeans have never done. And I'm going to show it to you. This is it. We done. Read verse 4, Revelations 20 and 4.
Yes, sir. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 20 and verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Christ 1,000 years.
So when the Most High, when he put down the European dominion, That concludes. That's the end of the lesson. When he puts down the European dominion of the planet, we gonna rule with him for 1,000 years. That's cold, ain't it?
Lovely.
Yeah. So what did I say? We gonna do something that the Europeans have never done. We gonna rule for 1,000 years. It's gonna be 1,000 years of peace. And if I had time, I'd show you a scripture where the Lord said, when before he go up to Jerusalem to sit on the throne, they're gonna burn all the weapons of war for 7 years. Ain't gonna be no more pistols. Ain't gonna be no more nuclear weapons. But when he come back, he getting rid of all that.
That's right.
So this was a message to the nation, an address to the nation. Something that was one of my titles, and the idea was, to let them know that the times of the Gentiles are coming to a close. That's all I got.
Hallelujah.
Great job. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Great job, man. As always, that's what you do. So I'm not surprised.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it unless I do it right.
That's right.
Do it right. Damn right. You know. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't say damn.
Hey, we're in church. We're in church, man. Hey, where's that usher? Where's the usher? Get this man out of here.
Hey, look, I had to block. Hey, look, you know what's so funny, man? I had to block somebody because they said, "Oh man, F.O.P.E, y'all Christian now." Block. We not doing no more nonsense. And we about to end this, right? But I want y'all to stay on. When I end the show, I want y'all to stay on because something I got to tell y'all. This stuff is unbelievable. But great lesson. The bar, you want to say something?
Hey, I just want to say shout out to the mighty elder Professor Lee Cummings, man.
Hey,
Another knockout.
Try to get me killed, man. Stop that, man. The Lord don't like that.
Hey,
Lord, forgive him. The Lord don't like that. He kill you for that, man. He gave me a pumpkin head. You know, that's what happened to King Agrippa. He gave that speech, and then he didn't give God the glory. That angel, the books of the angels, smote his guts fell out. Don't do that to me, man.
Well, hey, let's check it out, brother. We always get the Most High to praise.
It's a setup.
Hey, I appreciate the spirit.
They're trying to get me killed, y'all. Lord, he a jealous God, man.
Oh man.
Hey,
look, brother.
I enjoy coming on with you guys. I actually do. I really enjoy doing lessons with y'all.
Man,
I really do.
Listen, bro. We enjoy when you come on, man, and I'm just glad, man, that the mighty Hebrew introduced me to you, brother, and I thank the Most High for you. You know, we know everything, man, is through the Most High. So digging you up, man, is digging the Most High.
Our job is to do what? Our job is to make sure that Israel know what's going on. That's our job. Right. We are the Israelites, Israel light. We are the original Illuminati.
Big country soon.
Because Illuminati means what? To illuminate.
That's right.
And that's our job. We're supposed to be light bearers. We're supposed to be illuminating who? Israel. And then the rest of the world. That's our job, y'all.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
Hey, listen. I gotta go. But go to the Negro Question bookstore. I got all kind of books over there for you. That's and I got the dictionary. I got a piece called what's that book called? I got a piece called The Seventh Seal. That book, I wrote that book in 3 languages: French, though I don't speak it. Spanish, I don't speak that either. And English.
Right.
So it gives a detailed step-by-step version of how this thing is going in. And I got ebooks and we got hard paperbacks. We got everything y'all need. And support F.O.P., y'all. They have a real decent forum. I like these guys. I like these guys more than I like some of my guys.
Hey, we your guys.
Exactly.
Your guys, you know. Hey.
Right. Man, I like you guys.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, so I gotta go. All right, you know, I got this. Well, I guess I'm gonna hang. You want me to hang around?
Yeah, hang around. I'm ready to end this. Okay. I'm not gonna play no music or anything. I'm just gonna just cut it off. But again, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat, man. Thanks for all the love y'all sent out. Thanks for donating, getting the sister $50. We really appreciate that. Like I said, we gotta help one another out. Shout out to Lima Star, King Judah, Torah
Yes,
Faith, Grateful One, Wiz Love, everybody in the chat. You know, Most High bless, a lot of love. Everybody that's listening, everybody tune in. Hey, you know what? And hey, thank all the haters, man, for hating. You know, that's letting us know we're doing a great job. Most High bless, CUC family,
You can't make it without a hater.
Oh man, hey, look, if we had no haters, we wasn't doing nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hater is the fuel, you know.
Man, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate the haters, man, because I know you're listening. You know, and that means hopefully a seed get planted. You know, so I'm gonna give y'all the bar. 60 seconds, at least 60 seconds, whatever you want or less. Then I'm just gonna end it. But I want y'all to stay on the line when I end it.
No, I'm done. I mean, I'm done.
The bar, you got something to say?
Stick a fork in me. Stick a fork in me because I'm done.
All right, yeah. So, I just want to say, you know, Elder Professor Lee, you know, we just giving you exhortation, you know, like the scriptures say, as we see the day approaching. You know, so we want to number one, first of all, thank the Most High for the spirit that He endowed and the wisdom He has placed in you, and we thank, you know, He called the Lord a host. So you're just one of the hosts that the Lord is using in this time to bring forth wisdom to the people. So I just want to say thank you on that note. Also, Elder Qanath, the F.O.P.E family, Midwest Judite, Maria, 613 Torah, Faith Star, Lima, Wheezy, One Love in the building. Much love. Appreciate you, sis. Grateful One, Big Country, the Hebrew, J-Rod. Man, listen, everybody, you know, continue to tune in. Let's take our righteousness and our obedience to the next level because, like they say, we got next. So go ahead.
That's real talk, right? Run that.
All right, man. With that, hey, look, this is F.O.P.E for our people edification, man. Most High bless you all. Do something. Don't stand around, just talk about it. Be about it, man. My name is Qanath Yahawashi, Bun Yasha Allah, whatever the heck that means, right? Do your research. Shalom. Shalom. Hold tight, brothers. I'm ending the broadcast. Hold tight. Hold tight.